Hello? Oh, yeah, we did it. Okay. We're here. Oh my gosh. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for showing up. We did it. Hi. Sorry for the delay. I was troubleshooting some of the stream stuff, but we got it working. Thankfully. Yay. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so we just started. How are you guys? Thank you so much for showing up. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for your sweet comments. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna be drawing Power today from Chainsaw Man. This was voted on by the members, the Wayfinders. They asked me to draw Power, so I'll be drawing Power today. I love the sketch, thank you. I did plan to sketch a little bit on stream, but I got a little bit like, oh, it's my first stream, so I wanted to just prepare something in case I got distracted talking. There was something you guys could look at instead. Yeah. Chainsaw Man is cool. It is a bit like actiony, gory, but it's fun. I like it. I watched 4 episodes, so I could get a little bit of an idea on Power before I draw her. Is this Adobe Photoshop? No, this is Clip Studio Paint Pro. Actually, it's EX, but you can use Pro. Pro is the same thing. Thank you so much. Yeah, she's really cute. I'm just gonna get started. How long's the live going to be? I'm gonna go for however long I feel comfortable, and I'll try to answer questions as we get there. So the drawing style I'm gonna be doing this time, I'm not gonna be doing line art. I think I'm just gonna be painting over my art. I've done this kind of style in some of my older artworks, like Kokomi and like Raiden Shogun, that kind of style. So all you need is a sketch, and then right under it, I'm gonna just lay out some base colors. So I like to use a round brush for this. So I'll just grab one right here. A high opacity. And then I'll just start like laying down the colors. I'm so nervous. It's been a while since I've done a stream, so. And what I did under the sketch is I just put a base, just a gray base. So I clip my color on top, and then it doesn't go outside of the gray base. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the first time. Oh, also, thank you, Sir Tobes, for joining the Wayfinders, for subbing. Thank you so much. This is my first time showing like a in-depth like process, like just like without a time lapse, and that's only because I didn't know how to record and also do a time lapse at the same time. But streaming is kind of different, so now we can draw real time with you guys. So just lay down a quick base color. I've been drawing since I've been really little. Then I'm going to find a nice color for her hair. She has like kind of like a strawberry blonde kind of hair, I guess. How did I get my style? I have like a lot of inspirations. So let's see. I look at like a bunch of art on Twitter, but the best way I can describe my style is kind of like semi-realistic, very doll-like anime, that kind of thing. I look for like really elegant kind of styles. But I'm not sure if it's that unique, but thank you. Do I use references? I try to use references whenever I can, yeah. But the caveat is I try to use like a lot of references, like 20 different references, so that I don't like take too much from one artwork, if that makes sense. Because then you don't want to be like copying a style, but you want to have like enough different references so that you can create your own little thing. I think someone asked me who my favorite OC is, right? And I can't answer that because that'd be like choosing who's my favorite child. Like out of all my babies, that'd be so sad. Okay, but honestly, it's probably Jin, which is the dark hair girl. I'm sorry, I just chose a favorite. I'm sorry. The device I used to draw, I use an Intuos Pro M. I used to draw on iPad, but I switched over to a graphic tablet. I think it's much more... Oh, that's also the reason why I couldn't record my processes as easily real time before, because I drew on an iPad. And I didn't know how to record it for you guys, but now that I draw on a tablet, I can just record straight from my PC, so it's much easier. This is not a VTuber, it's a PNG tuber, I guess you could call it. It's just like a PNG. I haven't made myself a VTuber. I'm like super... I'm like distracted, like I get distracted by like 100 different projects, and like I always put my own things for myself on such a low priority list, so I never end up doing things for myself, but I should change that. Sorry. I know you guys would love to see a VTuber for myself, so it wouldn't be for me, it would be for you guys, so I should do it for you guys. At the very least, so you have something like pretty to look at, right? But I always get distracted, like, oh, I want to do this and that and that. With Clip Studio Paint for free, you get a free trial for a month, but after that, you pay, if you buy it on PC, you can buy it for a one-time fee. It usually goes on sale. I think it's about, don't quote me on this, I think it's somewhere between $15 to $30, but somewhere between there. On sale maybe, or maybe even off sale it's that much, but it's not too bad. But if you do draw on iPad like I used to, you do have to pay a monthly fee. I use the EX version, but you can use the Pro version. I only recently switched over to EX because I wanted to try animating and using some of the animation features, but if you're not interested in the animation features or any of the features that will help you make like webcomics, then don't go for EX, just buy the Pro. Am I reading my comments? I'm trying to read as fast as I can. You guys are super, very loving, and I try my best. Keep up. Alright, Maddie Mac, have a good time. Have a good one, Cloud J. I like snails. I think snails are cute. When I was like really little, not snails, but I would like play in the backyard really often, and I would collect slugs. And I think one time I picked a slug up off the ground, and I put her in, and I know it was a her because I put her in my cup in my bathroom. And when I came back like in a few hours, she had like given birth to like a bunch of little baby slugs. So like I grabbed the cup and I like kind of like dropped them all onto my carpet floor, and I was just playing around with a bunch of slugs because I was like really little and I thought like bugs were interesting. I don't think that anymore. I think bugs are a little bit scary now, but back then I was more adventurous, I guess. Kind of weird but fun. That was probably not my greatest decision. Ever got stung by a bee? I did, regrettably. I know that if you get stung by bees, you could probably help them reattach their stinger. Like if they don't like lose their stinger on you, you could help them come out of your skin without them losing their stinger, but it might be kind of hard, but I don't know. I really like bees. I don't want to hurt bees. So I try to be as gentle as I can around them. Have I finished watching Chainsaw Man? I'm on episode 5 at the moment. I just finished the episode. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't spoil because you guys might want to watch, right? So I won't spoil anything. It's pretty good. I like it. I don't typically watch super like actiony stuff anymore, so it was nice refresher. I don't have any pets, but I would love to have a cat. I've seen like a lot of anime here and there. Like if I haven't seen an episode of it, I might know of it because I just keep up with like that kind of stuff. And I've seen a few episodes of Attack on Titan. I think I finished season 1, but I haven't really like watched past that, but I did read like the manga a little bit. What do I recommend for someone in just starting art? The most like generic tip I can give you is to just draw what you like, and then from there you can do like general practices. Like one of the things I want to start doing is a gesture sorry, jester, like a clown. Gesture drawings. That's basically just like looking at poses, like a bunch of different poses, and just like doing like really like quick poses and lines. Like you should take like 20 seconds, like with just a few lines, and that'll help you like get your hand and your wrist loose so you can draw more. You'll learn more poses on the way as well. So those are the two things I would do: draw what you like, and then maybe just practice gesture poses in the beginning. Did I play Genshin Impact? A little bit. Not so much, like not very often, but sometimes. I will mostly log in whenever Venti gets a rerun, and I'll just like pull for him. He's my favorite character. Will I draw more male OCs? Yes, they're on their way. I was planning to draw more male OCs this month, but then like some things got in the way. I had some obligations. Okay, now I am going to just edit the colors a bit. So at this point, I've laid down the base colors. So you can, a very common technique people will do is they'll add a multiply layer on top, and you can use like a common color, like a peachy color, I guess, to add like a layer of a shadow like this. And most people like will maybe like cut away at the top here to add like a quick lighting. So as you can see, like adds, and I'm just using the lasso tool here to like make the quick cutouts. And yeah, you can do that. Um, I will just do some quick cutouts where I think the light will hit based on how the lighting is at the moment. It's just a quick way to add like some lighting and shadow. Have a good time at class, Paul. Is Procreate a good app to draw with? Yeah. I've seen a lot of professionals use Procreate, and there's two programs that I want to work on. I want to use Procreate and I want to use Ibis Paint X because I know a lot of you guys use Ibis Paint, right? So I definitely want to give it a try and like see if I can have like come up with any tips for you guys to draw on it. Will I ever do full tutorials? I am planning to. Now that I have a tablet and I can do like recordings, I would like to do more uh, full recordings. How do you understand the lighting? Observation. If you look at like photographs and images, you can just observe it. If it's coming above, behind. I'll show you another kind of lighting here. So this one is like coming from above, right? Because you can see it's hitting the top of her head. This might be easier if I get a pen here and I show you. You can see it's hitting the top of her head here. And this is just a stylistic choice. Usually it wouldn't hit the face because, you know, the head would be covering it, right? But stylistically in art, we like to have it hit the top of the nose. And even like these forehead parts here. And so we know that the face is kind of protruding out like this, right? So this part will be hidden in the shadows, but then the chest, because it comes out, will hit there. These parts of the arm, like the hands here, they're not covered by anything. They're like outside of her area. So these will be hitting the light as well. And I haven't finished the light, but they would definitely hit other parts as well because it's just coming straight on. So it would definitely hit her shoulders and like, yeah, etc. But I will show you another kind. This one's really easy. So, oops. I'll use multiply because it gives like a less saturated. You can just do a backlit like look like this. And I'm still learning, but these are some tips that I figured out for myself. So when it's backlit, right? Because the hair is thinner than like most parts, it's kind of see-through. So you don't have to feel afraid about having it hit a lot of parts of the hair. So you can just have it go in like that. And then backlit means that the light is hitting from behind them. You can just have light around the corners of, or the edges of the drawing. And you can have some of like the light like kind of like scatter on her face. Yeah, so just to add a little bit more of that like lighting look. And you know, if you just keep going on, you can see how like it would look really pretty, right? It looks so funny staring into your souls. Do I have any tips for drawing hands? If I get to that point, I will definitely give you guys some tips, but I'm not sure if I'll get to that point on this drawing. Also, another thing you could do is you can like combine different lightings. Maybe I'll do that. How long do I spend on an art piece? On average, depends. Something of this scale might take like 4 hours, if depending on how much I want to render it, right? Thank you, Deathcore. You have tips on finding your true art style. Yeah, this is probably a more abstract answer, but I think, you know, just kind of like. Give me a second to think about this. I'm gonna think about this for a second. Okay, I guess the best way I would put it is, I know this is like hard to understand sometimes, but your style is just like this accumulation of the things that you like. So if you keep just watching things you like, reading things you like, looking at things you like, and trying to add those elements that you like into your artwork, your style will naturally evolve and create itself. Have a good one, Mia. So next thing you can do once you've added like a multiply layer on top is you probably want to figure out the coloring and mooding of your art. But before that, I'm going to add some like gradients. So I'm just gonna take the gradient tool out and my mouse. This you don't have to do with your pen. So, and I'm just gonna take a few like. Well, first I'm going to press Control U here on the multiply layer. I know this is not going to show, but Control U just opens up the hue and saturation and luminosity, and I'll show you what it does on screen. I'm just going to be like, kind of like adjusting and finding if there's like a different colorization that I might like more. For example, this blue looks kind of nice. If I wanted to do like cooler toned and she's kind of like in a more pure look. Purple looks kind of nice as well. I think I'm going to do a bit of more of like a pinkish purplish. Something like a little bit more natural light. And now that I have this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gradient tool and I'm just going to look for different colors and kind of like lay it on top like this. So you can see that it creates like a little gradient. Because wherever the light hits will be more saturated and bright, or redder sometimes you can say. I'm going to concentrate it like near where the light hits. like that. And then I'll make it kind of cooler tone near the bottom because that's where the light won't hit. Areas that are not being shown on by light will be cooler. The pianist in the BGM is going nuts. This is the artist's name is TTRM or Titanium, I think. And while you're doing this, you can also just erase away. Can I do a hair shading tutorial? Yeah. I mean, I'll try to, when I can. I can't promise it, but if I have time, I will definitely try my best to. And so, once you do all that, you can also just like slightly edit the base colors. What do I do in my free time? I like to just chill. I like to eat. Is that a hobby? I like to go out and eat. I don't know. I like exploring places. Like little shops, art stores. My favorite places to go, and I like walking around in like little plazas and stuff. Really fun for me. So I'm going to adjust this tie to be a little bit more lighter, like that. I draw on a tablet, but it is on the computer, so I guess I draw on the tablet and computer. My favorite Genshin character is Venti. Seeing your improvement in your art progress was really motivating for me, so thank you. Thank you, Serena. I'm glad it helped. How long have I been doing art for? Since I was very young. I started to do art more seriously or professionally, I guess, like in 2020. My favorite anime character? Not sure if I have one at the moment. The phone also good? You can draw on anything. You can draw on anything. Everything is good, in my opinion. Venti is best boy. He is best boy. Do you prefer multiply layers or no, Laura? Okay, so multiply layers are really convenient But you always make a sacrifice, I feel like, no matter what you do. Like, you don't get to pick your colors directly, right? So the saturation or the mixture of the colors might be like wrong. Um, but for convenience, I use multiply layers. But when I like try to do like rendering or shading, I try to choose my own colors. That's the best, I think. No, I think Ibis Paint is really good. I wanna definitely practice using it more. You shouldn't be ashamed of the things that you use. Everybody has like their own kind of tools, and you don't need fancy tools to make great art. You don't need fancy programs to make great art. You don't need any of that kind of stuff. Yes, I will definitely do a video on Ibis Paint one of these days. They like other art topics like landscape or space, or mainly just portrait art. I like backgrounds. Not necessarily landscape. I like kind of like architectural art. I'm not very good at it. I haven't really practiced, but I would love to do some sort of like architectural kind of like either interior or exterior. I just find it like so beautiful when there's so much intricacy to a building. I find living spaces to be just like probably my second fascination besides like drawing characters. Is Clip Studio worth buying? Um, you can do everything that I do in most other art programs. Like a cheaper alternative would be Procreate, but that's for iPad. Or sorry, for tablet devices. So you don't need it. But I will say that if you want to get into animation and maybe make webcomics, it's probably the industry standard. But if you're just for illustrating, no, you don't need it. While painting of the Eiffel Tower at a gallery the size of a dinner table, stared at it for 30 minutes. Was that good? Oh man. I just think that that stuff is so like beautiful. Do you like anime art? See you later, George. I like anime art, yeah. I like anime art. I would say that was my biggest inspiration when I was a little kid, yeah, growing up. You ever wonder what would happen if you didn't draw? I already know what would happen if I didn't draw. I would be like sitting in my bed thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Every time I feel like I'm lost or confused, I'm like, oh, there's a reason. It's because I'm not drawing. Currently using Krita. I heard good things about Krita as well. There's also... Sorry, I don't know if this is the correct name. Does anyone use Fire Alpaca? I heard about... That was a free art program back in the day. I'm not sure if it's still a thing, but yeah. Am I gonna do more Demon Slayer drawings? Who would you think that you would like to see me draw? Um, Unfortunately, I'm not that interested in like uh certain characters like Makima. She scares me. She scares me. But yeah. You like Krita better? You feel like there's more options? Okay, well, there you go. Yaudo says that Krita is better than Fire Alpaca, guys, so that's on them. Would you be doing more drawings? Would you be doing more draw ROCs? Yes, I haven't gotten around to it yet. So if you haven't, oh, if you guys haven't already, I'm gonna do a video where I draw your OCs, and you can see more information in the community tab. Basically, go to Twitter, tag me, and post your OC, and I might draw it in a video. Can I try to draw more Genshin Impact characters? What Genshin Impact character would you like to see me draw? Will I be doing more drawing tutorials? I'll try my best to, yes. I'll try my best to. Talon Shinobu, not biased. Would you ever draw Nana characters? Like, Nana the show? With the two girls named Nana? My partner really loves that show slash manga. I watched an episode or two, but um, I still need to watch more, but they're really cute. Venti, Shenhei. A few characters that I thought about drawing were Ching, um, probably Shenhei. Sorry if I say their name wrong. Feel free to correct me. Um, I probably wouldn't draw a character I've already drawn before. Will this stream stay on your channel? Yeah, I'll think about unlisting it afterwards. Will I draw Anya from Spy Family? I thought about drawing Yor. I might draw Anya with Yor. Do I have any tips for line art? Mm, a lot of people will tell you that you should focus on like your line weights. Like if you're doing line art, right? A lot of the coloring or the depth of the drawing will be dependent on your lines. So I think about where the lines would need to be darkest or thickest to imply those things, right? And sorry, I haven't taken I haven't read like an art book in a while, so I keep completely forget all of the terms. Anyone knows, please say please tell me. But basically there's like this kind of like darkness or shadow between two things that are touching. So for example, like the hair and the skin here, right? Um I made it a little bit darker so that you can see that there's depth there. And that will do a lot of the work for you when you're in the coloring phase. And if you have beautiful line art, you'll always, I feel like always have really beautiful like artwork at the end. Ambient occlusion, thank you, thank you. That's totally it. So think about that when you're doing the line art. And yeah, if there's no touching or depth, make it lighter, like thinner. And then a lot of people will put an outline like on the outer part of their line art, so they'll add like a little thick outline or stroke. You can do whatever you like, but those are the things I would say. Like make sure you make yeah, the line thicker when there's ambient occlusion. So ambient occlusion is just when like two things touch. So the skin and the collar here, for example, you can make that thicker. I'm just using my mouse right now, so that's why there's no pen pressure. I like to use my mouse when I'm not doing anything important, so I can like protect my hand. And then so right under this eye, there would be more shadow, right? So I would make this line a little bit thicker if I was doing line art. And yeah, just things like that. That's what I would recommend. Why does my line art look like something I drew with my eyes closed, but the sketch looks amazing? Um, you just have to take like more time developing like the line art, right? So reason why your lines come out kind of funky looking, I guess I wouldn't say like really bad. They just come out funky. Is you need to practice when you're sketching, right? You do quick strokes. You don't think about it too much because you're sketching, right? But you want to do the same thing when you're lining. Do a quick, clean stroke. Just do it really quickly, like you're ripping off a band-aid. Just whoosh, you know? There's techniques people have as well where you can just use the sketch as a liner. I think I'm one of those people, definitely. Because I paint. I just paint over it. I like to avoid the line art process altogether, but I will say this. You don't need a great line art for a great piece. It helps, but I do think you need a great sketch for a great piece. Like it starts with a sketch. If you have a good sketch, you are preparing yourself for success. You got class? All right, have a good one, Paul. Thanks for stopping by. Hi. Hi, Eden. Just want to say I love your art. Planning to go to art college in a few years to pursue an art career. And I'm a big inspiration for you. Oh, thank you so much, Eden. Good luck. I'm wishing you all the luck. Uh-huh. Your only problem is when your sketch turns worse than your line art. Then maybe you're a line art person. There's people out there. You guys know the artist Kushinov Ilya? Um, I mean, if you love like a graphic, not graphic as in like super spicy or like gory, but graphic as in like a comic style, like type of art, I wouldn't necessarily brand his art as comic style, but it has a graphicy look because of his thick lines, clean lines, and his kind of like very bright and vibrant but clean colors. It's not very painty. He does a lot of cell shading. You might enjoy his style if you like line art because it's just clean. Clean. Super clean. You would love it. Is it okay that you have 3 sketches and line art? That is totally okay. I sometimes do that. If it's something that you really want to look good, every time you sketch over it, it's just gonna look better, right? So that's a very, very smart technique to do. How to do your shading and lighting? You always struggle with that. The best thing I can tell you to do is just observe from photographs, other artwork in real life, and yeah, just try to understand why the light hits certain parts, where the light is coming from. Those are the 2 things. Where is the light coming from, and what parts is it hitting, and why? You love the background music? Yes. Let me type out their name for you. Check them out on YouTube. I find all of their music to be really good for like inspiration or motivating me to draw. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do with this artwork, sorry, I'm talking a lot and not drawing too much. I'm going to add texture to the coloring. Um, best way I like to do this is I like to get a texture brush, and these are you can get texture brushes from anywhere, and you can make your own. Unfortunately, these are not mine. I got this from a class, so I can't really share it. But you can get texture brushes from anywhere. So doesn't do anything but add texture like that. What brushes do I normally use? So for the whole entire process, you saw that I was not using anything special, just like using the lasso tool and the gradient tool. And this is I use this eraser tool to erase the edges, which is just the soft airbrush tool, but then I upped the hardness a little bit right here on the bottom left. And usually it's this soft, and then I up the hardness. And for sketching, I like to use this tool, the dense watercolor. This is a basic brush that comes with Clip Studio Paint, but I have heard that some of you guys have told me that it was difficult to find. So I don't know if this is like an older brush that doesn't exist anymore, but this is what I use. Um, if I look at the properties of it, I'm pretty sure it's just like um, it just has some color mixing and all that stuff. I like to use that for sketching. And sometimes some coloring. Okie dokie, guys. Thank you for all your questions. I'm going to focus a little bit on the drawing now, just to like give people a little bit of some drawing ASMR. So I won't be answering any more questions now, but I will answer some more at the end of the stream. I'll just draw a bit, and then if you guys have any like pressing questions, let Gloomy know. Gloomy is my moderator, and he'll pass on your questions to me. Sound good? Okie dokie. I'm going to draw some bit. And when I feel like I can, I'll explain it, but I'm not that great at multitasking, but Hello, I'm back. Got a little bit of work done, so I can say hi to chat again. Hi, chat. Hello. I will be reading chat again, so I'll answer any of your questions as I am working on this. And take a sip of water. Rate cats. Every cat is a 10 out of 10 for me. Love cats. Shading takes a lot of time, right? Yeah, it does. I think it's mostly because I'm kind of experimenting. I feel like every time I'm drawing, I'm experimenting. But it will be faster the more I figure myself out, the more I draw. How long does a piece of art take? It depends. Something like this could take me somewhere between 4 to 6 hours. Da 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 da. But I usually come up with ideas for your art. So this is part of like why I think gesture drawings are so good, because you need to build a library of poses. And once you've built like a library of a bunch of poses, then coming up with like artworks and ideas will be much easier, I think. What did I do with the lips? Nothing much so far. I just added some definition and some color. Because earlier there was like nothing showing the form of the lips, so I wanted to just put that there so I could remind myself what I wanted to do with the lips and just add the inner parts of it, like the coloration of like the mouth inside, and she has sharp teeth powers, so I wanted to have some sort of indication there. Not done yet. What app am I using? Usually Clip Studio Paint Pro, but I'm open to trying other things. Did you separate the sharp tones from the soft ones? Not necessarily. Just adding color at the moment. Just adding shading and trying to like, what I'm trying to do right now is just add a lot of texture. And then once I add things that I like, I can take away or define it more. Do I draw on paper and pencil? I do. I actually revealed some of my traditional art in my recent video. Did you use a different layer for the details of the hair or the same one? I use a different one. So I know you can't really see it because my icon is covering it, but I'll just pull the layer menu out here. That didn't work. Hopefully that shows. Let's see. I'm waiting for it to show on stream. Okay, doesn't look like it showed, so I'm gonna put that probably over here on the left side. So should show it. Okay, so what I have here are all my layers, and on top is the painting that you just saw me do. And then if I take that away, this is the line art. And this is just the base under it with all of like the clipped colors. And I'm just painting on top. These days, I try not to draw on one layer anymore. I have a bad habit of doing that, like merging everything and drawing it on one layer. So I try to make like as many copies of my layer. So I have another copy of the same thing under, just without the thingy, just in case I want to like bring something back or make some changes. It's much easier like this. So many layers? It's okay amount of layers, I think, so far. Would I recommend to become a digital artist? you gotta figure out what your goal is, right? There's a bunch of different like methods and paths you can take as a digital artist, and none of them is better than the other. So, just gonna name a few off the top of my head. You could work at a company, right? You could work at some sort of company and do illustrations there. You can work in animation, like you can work at a bunch of animation, different kind of studios. You can be an independent creator. You can sell like assets like on Etsy, those kind of things, right? So you gotta first decide, okay, what kind of person, what kind of creator do I want to be, and or what kind of artist do I want to be. Do I want to do that or this? And once you figure that out, you gotta like find the people that are successful in that field and see exactly what they do and how they got to where they got to. And from then on, it's just putting in the work. What's the music playing in the background? It's Titanium. You can look it up on YouTube. Very nice inspo music. Is the VOD going to be live on the channel? Yeah, I'm going to decide after the stream if I'm going to keep it up. What do you guys think? Did you guys feel like it was a good learning stuff, or was I just rambling a lot, so maybe it's not too useful? Where do you see your art taking you in the future? I have a lot of ideas. I unlocked a new fear recently. My new fear is like I'm gonna have too many ideas in my lifetime and not enough time to execute all of my ideas. That is my new fear. That's what I'm scared of. So we'll see. We'll see. I saw you doing a shadow around the horns, but you erased it. I just like realized that the lighting direction was wrong. That's what I did. So I did the other way around. Well, I'm gonna attempt to do it the other way around, but I kind of want to do it kind of like a glass-like texture because I know that Power's horns are a little bit shiny, so I kind of want to make it seem like a glass-like texture. Does that make sense? And have like a reflection that's kind of pretty like that. That's my plan. I have been using Clip Studio Paint for characters in Photoshop for environments. Should I switch to only one software? No. I think if that works for you, do it. Okay, so here's an issue that I have with Clip Studio, and this is probably the same issue you have, which is why you probably do backgrounds in Photoshop, is that Clip Studio is really, really, really bad at processing large brushes. It's very slow. And if you do landscapes, usually you might be working with like really large texture brushes to add like some texture to your landscape, right? Because that's very important when you're doing backgrounds. And it's not workable. So I have to do all that kind of background stuff in Photoshop. I don't have an option. And I mean, it sucks that you don't even have an option, but we'll see. I mean, let's see. Let's get on it, eh? Squishmallows. Squishmallows. Is that like a type of plushie? I never got into collecting plushies when I was younger, surprisingly. Because I had a lot of like younger siblings, and anything that like cute or fluffy that I ended up owning, they would sneakily take, and so I just learned to not like if I don't have it, they can't take it, right? So that's what I just don't really have many of those things, so I don't like try to look into them. But I always like cute things. I just It's an anime merch plushie line. Sometimes Nikki talks about them. Oh. I'll have to look into that. Many artists use more than one program. Yeah, there's like a lot of things. I mean, for example, let's say you want to do some sort of graphic design. You might want to use Adobe Illustrator. Is it Adobe Illustrator that's good for that? I can't recall, but yeah. You might want to do stuff like that, right? Some people have more of like this pop type of art style, so having those kind of graphics might be good. I don't have Squishmallows, and I don't know what they are, so I can't say if I like them or not, but I'm sure they're cute. My favorite setting to draw in? I think my favorite setting to draw in is like when I'm surrounded by people who are also working on stuff. So, like, in a library, I guess? In a coffee shop. I don't know if it's the peer pressure, but like seeing other people do things makes me feel like I should be doing things, so it's a nice like little like push. What's my favorite anime? I know a lot of people ask me this. I've been thinking about it. I still haven't come up with an answer. I haven't watched much anime recently, so a lot of what I'll say is just like based off nostalgia. Does anyone know Chihaya Furu? That I used to really like that one. I used to watch a bunch of sports anime back in the day, like Kuroko no Basket. What are a few other ones? If I can remember any. Inazuma 11, stuff like that. How do you know when to add another layer to your artwork? Let's say you don't want to mess up anything that you did on one layer, add a new layer. Use it as much as you like, honestly. Like, it's not really like about, oh, when's a good time or what's the smartest thing to do. Just do it when like you feel like you want to preserve something under it, and you don't have to be stingy with it. You can make as many as you want. Some people will be like, oh, but how do you keep track of all the layers? You'll find a way. You'll find a way. If you really don't like having a lot of layers, you could just have a bunch of layers, and once you're happy with it, merge it down and start over again, right? Have I started Hoseki no Kuni yet? Oh, hi Noah! I haven't! I'm thinking about it though. I really want that art book. I really want that art book. I watched a few episodes of Hoseki no Kuni. Have you guys seen Hoseki no Kuni? It's the one with like all of like the jewels. It's really good. I've only seen a few episodes, but I need to watch it again. And I wanna watch it because the characters are so pretty. I think my favorite character when I was watching it was Cinnabar. What's your favorite animal? Probably cats for me. But I like a lot of animals. I've recently developed an obsession with chickens. Does anyone have a pet chicken? Like, I'm so curious about what it's like to have a pet chicken. Like, do you get fresh eggs every day? Like, that's like my biggest question. Do you watch any show? I just finished Wednesday. I really love The Queen's Gambit. It's probably one of my favorite shows. What else? Oh, I just watched... Okay, this is not anime, but it's an animation. I watched Harley Quinn. So good. You have 2 pet chickens? Oh my gosh. You have chickens? Tell me more about it. I love chickens. They're so interesting to me. Harley Quinn show. I just finished it. It's so good. I love it. You got Power's English VA signature from a friend. Oh my gosh. I was actually watching Chainsaw Man in dub because I was in bed and I didn't want to have to read. Sorry. I'll watch it in sub too, just so I can know. But I was really pleasantly surprised by the dub. Like, is it just me? Like, I felt like the voice actresses were so good. And the voice actors too, like they're all good. But Power and Makima, I was like, oh, these girls, they sound good. Right? They use a lot of new talent. Ah, I see. 3 of your friends have chickens and one of them laid a black, white spotted egg before. Ooh, you used to have chickens. Polish chickens. Wait. Okay, silky chickens. Are they like super fluffy? Do they have like... I know there's like a type of chicken where they have so much hair, like their hair like covers their eyes like a 2000s emo boy. Like it's so cute. I love chickens. They're so weird. Alright, Eden, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting. Oh man. I get so distracted. That's why I had to just draw and not talk for a bit because now I'm thinking about chickens. Thank you so much, Misty Cloud. Okay, other than chickens, what is like you guys' like other like ideal pet? If you have any. Why are we talking about chickens? I'm fascinated with chickens. I think they're really cute. Hamsters. Ooh. You know, I actually would like to have pet fishes. But you know, I know that you know, surprisingly like they require like some pretty good care. So I'm afraid I would be a bad like fish mom. Chickens are really loud. Yeah, I'm aware they would be loud, but maybe it would like even out if you're like living in like a smaller town or like a smaller neighborhood. Like my ideal living situation is like in a smallish neighborhood and quiet. I really love like my peace and quiet. You love the way I draw hair? Thanks so much. Our is very fun to draw because she has like wild but like straight hair, silky-ish. So. One of my characters actually has similar hair to this. Her name is Jin. She has like black hair. She also has like straight-ish but like wild hair. How do I focus on drawing? Oh man, I'm not sure if like I'm the epitome of focus at the moment. I'm definitely very distracted at the moment. But if I wasn't like streaming, the way that I usually focus is I put a timer. Put a timer. Okay, draw for 1 hour, and then I take a break. I've never ridden on a camel before. Oh, living on an island? Probably not. There's a few amenities that I really like. For example, I like cooked food, restaurant food. I would miss that. Nice bed with warm, like heated blankets. I would miss that for sure. I'm so sorry to hear that, Dusk. You know, that was also the thing, like, I thought about when, if I ever had pet chickens, like, how would I protect them? I don't know. I guess that's what everyone feels like with all of their pets, right? Like, how do you protect your pets? You always gotta do your best for them, and it's... I would be so devastated. I don't have any pets. I'd love to have a cat. It's my favorite food. I'm a simple person. Give me some rice and fish and I'm happy. So sushi. Sushi. But it doesn't have to be sushi. Anything rice and fish, I'm happy. Favorite anime or any recommendations? Okay, I'm not like, I don't got any like bops. I don't have any super cool stuff for you guys. But if you like something a little bit simple, like kind of mellow, and how else should I describe it? Kind of like I don't know if you guys know the anime Mushishi, but it's similar to that, just kind of like this palace, like Chinese palace style, all that kind of stuff. There's this anime that I recently finished. Let me look it up, because I don't know the title of it. Okay, it's called Raven of the Inner Palace. It's about a consort who is called the Raven Consort, and she lives in the Inner Palace. Like, it's like China. It's set in like ancient China, and she has like special powers that allows her to communicate with like ghosts and stuff. And another thing is the king never visits her. She never performs any consort duties. She just like performs other kind of like spiritual duties, and it's a little bit sad, a little bit mellow, but kind of nice and sweet. It's a little bit of a romance too, so it's not super actiony or anything like that, but it's just a nice casual watch. I rate your cat a 10 out of 10. Every cat is a 10 out of 10. Even if the cat scratched my face, they're a 10 out of 10. Yeah, so I believe it's called Raven and the Inner Palace. It's a casual watch. It's a shoujo. You guys like that kind of stuff? I like casual shoujo stuff, like with a little bit of like slice of life. So chiafuru, that kind of thing. Oh, I recently started watching what's it called? The Ice Guy and His Cool Colleague, which is also, it's an office romance. I'm trying to get more into shoujos because I don't know. Just feel like I should support my shoujos, you know? My shoujo animes. Still improving in art. Love the way you draw an anime how to make characters. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'm going to try to finish, or not finish. I'm going to work a little bit more on her face to make it a little bit more complete, and then I'll probably be ending stream pretty soon after that. If you guys have any last questions, I would be happy to answer, as I'm just trying to like add some completeness to her face here. My favorite Genshin character is Venti. He's very cute. I have not heard of Heaven Official's Blessing. My favorite genre of music is like, um, I don't know what the term for it is, but you know, like kind of like movie music or game music, like storytelling music, I guess. Like music that puts you in a different like story, I guess. My favorite show, probably my favorite show of all time at the moment is The Queen's Gambit. It is a Netflix original show. Really good. See you, Dusk. Thank you for stopping by. Do you have a favorite game? Um, recently all I play is League of Legends, but uh, before I played League of Legends, my favorite video game was Tales of Vesperia. And I haven't really played any of the other Tales games, but that one's my favorite. Have I played Legend of Zelda? I know I should, but I haven't ever gotten around to it because I never ended up buying a Switch. I do want one. I just never got around to it, I guess. Any drawing tablet recommend? I currently use the Intuos Pro M and I really like it. At first it was kind of weird because I didn't know that like the pen nib like can wear out, but they have a bunch of different they have a bunch of spare nibs, so it's like fine if you don't press too hard. You know Animal Crossing? I do. I've never played it, but I've heard of it. Thank you so much, Al. I appreciate it. Welcome, Laurelie. When did I start drawing? I started drawing since I was really, really young. Always just kind of drew. When I render from the sketch phase, do I draw on one layer only or multiple layers? I do multiple layers. At the moment, so I have the base color here. So base color, these are the bases, line art, layer 1, layer 2 of rendering. This app is Clip Studio Paint Pro. Am I a fan of non-digital art? What is my favorite medium? Not sure if this counts as like non-digital art, but I like architectural art. Favorite magical girl anime? Shugokara, I think. Probably my favorite. Thematically. Hi, Ashley! Good morning. Are there any hue modifiers in Clip Studio Paint? Yes. The same ones, and I'm pretty sure the same commands as on Photoshop. Do you mean what DPI that I draw in? I use 600 DPI. Favorite webtoon? What's it called? I'm gonna look it up because I don't remember what it's called. Your Throne. It's called Your Throne. I like Vocaloid. I don't listen to it so much anymore, but I still like it. What color do I use the most in my art? Purple, I think. I think I use purple. I don't play Roblox, I'm sorry. Animation a different skill set than art? It's a little bit different, yeah. But there's a lot of aspects to animation, right? Like storyboarding, concept, all that kind of stuff. If you're just talking about specifically animating, there's some overlap, but basically, no matter what you decide to do, it's not gonna hurt you to learn a little bit of animating for your illustrating, and vice versa. It wouldn't hurt you to learn a little bit of illustrating for your animation. I don't really watch or read that much manga anymore. I don't watch so much anime, and I don't read that much manga anymore. You have a favorite OC and why? I won't fall into this trap again. I'm not gonna choose a favorite out of all my babies. Your favorite character in Your Throne? Medea, I think. Medea? The main character. She's very cool. I like her. Her my favorite Chainsaw Man character? My favorite character is Pochita. He's so cute. I'm drawing on a graphic tablet, Intuos Pro M. Do I paint on my sketch layer? No, not at the moment. I used to. Which part of the human body do I dislike drawing the most? Feels like there's a lot of things I like and dislike at the same time. Like, I like it when I draw it well, but then I hate it when I can't draw it well. I guess commonly, like, hands would be... Actually, I think I like drawing shoulders, but I still gotta work on it. So I'll just say shoulders. I like K-pop. I don't listen to it as much as I used to, but I still think it's cool. Who inspired me to draw? I've had a lot of people inspire me over my life. The first inspiration was like my cousin. He got into drawing because of Dragon Ball Z, and because I saw him drawing, I wanted to copy, and so I just drew what he drew, like Dragon Ball Z and everything. Do I render everything on the same layer? No, I don't. I have currently a few layers here. So here's the first render, and then now I'm working on the second render. I just kind of like stack on top of it. Have I ever used a display drawing tablet? Did you like it? I have. I used to draw on an iPad, which counts as a display, I think. But before that, I drew on a Wacom display tablet. It was the Cintiq 13 HD. And it wasn't really great, I would say. It's one of the older models, so I'm pretty sure a lot has improved since then. But very bulky, and not that great to draw on, I think. I think if you ever want to do a display, you have to invest a lot of money into like things like huge like arm, so that you can like move the display tablet around and stuff like that, and it's just like too much space and too much money. So I think graphic tablet is the best, or if you really want the display experience, an iPad would be a great alternative because it's versatile and better optimized, and use it for other stuff. You don't have to just like draw on it, you can like watch anime on it. I like to read, so favorite book. I don't read as much as I should. What do you do when you can't draw the pose you want, even with reference? There's a few techniques you can do, right? So a lot of like people who teach art, they'll tell you to like, here's what you're gonna do, right? You have your reference. This is probably better if you use a real-life photo. So get a real-life photo reference or pose and trace it, and then put it side to side, and then try to draw it again by just like using both the reference photo and your traced reference. And then once you draw it completely again, like with the correct proportions, then draw it once again, so a third time, but stylizing it and making the changes that you want to the pose. So those are the things you should do if you can't get the pose right on the first try, like just by observation, which happens. Sometimes you have to break it down to understand it, and you want to like when you do the trace it like a skeletal, like a base, like so without the hair or anything. So just draw the head, no eyes, just the body parts. Andrew, thank you so much for joining the Wayfinders. What brush am I using? I'm using a brush pack from Ramon 90. Jimmy, thank you so much for joining the Wayfinders. Appreciate it. My favorite color is green. That's the brush pack, and you don't need a brush pack though. Right now I'm just using a simple airbrush. but it has like a little bit of a hardness to it. So here it is, this one. And usually I use just a round circle brush with a low opacity like this. As you can see, it's not very unique or anything. It doesn't have any texture. It's just bigger stuff. And then lastly, the other brush I use is a dense watercolor here, which has a little bit of like a sharpened tip, but it's still blendy. Those are the ones I like to use. I have made a video, like a shorts video on this, so if you didn't catch that, you could just Google like Hanacube brushes or what brushes I use, and that gives you all of the information on the brushes that I still use today. I don't really use much different stuff because I think that the simpler is the better. Yo, hi Andrew, hi Jimmy, thank you, thank you. Do you have a favorite VTuber? Yes, my favorite VTuber is Gloomy Saki. Here. This is my favorite VTuber. He's the best. Comfy stream, and you don't need to know anything about League to enjoy his stuff. Just enjoy the vibes and enjoy the community, and that's it. A little bit of a little secret something sauce. I actually hang out there all the time, so if you ever want to like catch me in the wild, that's where I am. Have I tried drawing animals? Occasionally, I draw a few cats here and there. But I want to learn to draw animals better. What is my favorite short video? Like the one that I've made? It's probably the orange one. The orange one's really good. That one's really good. What's my favorite drawing? And if you could, would you make any changes to it? I feel like I don't have a favorite drawing because every time I finish a drawing these days, I'm like, there's so much I would change. There's so much I would do differently. What can you do? Do you remember your first anime? For me, I think it's the typical, like, it's probably Naruto. Like, when, like, it aired on, like, what did it air on? Did it air on 4Kids? Or something like that. Some sort of channel on, like, cable, I think. Tsunami? It might have been. I honestly don't remember, but probably not 4Kids now that I think about it, because Naruto was a little bit graphic for an anime. Have a good one, Riverina. Enjoy the lurk, Andrew. Okay. I'm going to be ending very shortly here. But you guys have any last questions that I can answer really quickly? I'll try my best to. Oh, I'm so sorry. What inspired me to draw? I was really into it when I was super young. But I think mostly it was a lot of positive reinforcement. Do you have any short animes you're a fan of? Short animes. Does Magi count? Magi is kind of short. No, it's not that short. Never mind. I take that back. I don't even know if it's short. I just finished The Raven and the Inner Palace. That one is like 12 episodes. It's pretty good. Do I have a favorite podcast? I don't really listen to podcasts. Do-do-do-do. Tips for rendering? Um, yeah, vary your colors and your textures. Not too much that it gets muddy, but um, just enough, you know, like try to think about where the color would shift and change. That will make your rendering much prettier. How did I learn to draw so good? A lot of practice, a lot of observation. If you don't have time, the best skill you can develop to draw better is your observation skills. So by that I mean learn how to learn faster, intake things, look with your eyes, and like study better, faster, and like be able to apply those things next time you draw. Do I like boba? I do like boba. What do I like? When I was younger, I used to love avocado like boba, and then taro. But recently I just like the typical just milk tea. Think you will pursue something art related as your career? I hope so. I hope so. Do do do. Can I listen to this song? I'll tell you what, Cupid. I will try to listen to it if I can, and I'll let you know my opinion next stream. So hopefully I see you next stream so I can let you know. Am I planning more live streams in the future? You would love to join? Yes, I will do more live streams. If you're a Wayfinder is basically a member of my membership program on YouTube here. You can vote on what I draw next. I will probably finish this power sometime off stream. Unless you guys want to see me finish it on stream. I'm not sure. But either way, I will finish like recording my process and then upload it probably on YouTube so you guys don't miss anything. We upload the stream later on your channel. Probably maybe I will. I'll think about it afterwards. Shaky art with stabilizer tips or just practice? You have shaky art with stabilizer? Turn off stabilizer and just practice your quick strokes. It's the only thing you can do. You have to do it because a lot of drawing is being able to be confident with your brush strokes, and I don't like stabilizer. I have shaky art and hands too, but you know, sometimes it works in your favor, so just keep working at it. How do you make your lines straight? You want to draw with your arm and do a really quick stroke down or wherever. And yeah. How do I start to improve my art? Um, This is a very vague question. Like, because I don't know where you're at specifically, but um, if you're a beginner, draw what you like. If you're kind of amateur getting into it, do like gesture drawings. And if you're kind of intermediate, work on composition and colors. Do do do. Okay. Um, those are all the questions I'll answer today. um, Thank you. Thank you guys for showing up for my first stream. I really appreciate it. Um, did the timing work for you guys? Let me know. Maybe in the community tab, I'll ask you guys if a different timing works for the next stream. Let me know if you want to see me finish this. I'll put like a little community tab, like a post where you guys can tell me your opinions. I could do it on the weekend. I could do it at a later time. Alright. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me and drawing with me. I got a little bit distracted. We'll figure out a better system for next time. Maybe I'll do like a Q&A for 10 to 20 minutes at the beginning of the stream and a Q&A at the 10 to 20 minutes at the end of the stream. That way I can get some drawing done for everyone that would like to see me draw some more. And then I can also answer your questions. Because I like chatting with you guys. You guys are super sweet. You're super awesome. Thank you so much. I feel super blessed. So I hope you guys have a really great rest of your day. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to draw. Hope to see you guys in the next one. I don't know when it will be, but hopefully again soon. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And I wish you all the luck on your journeys of achieving your goals and dreams. Bye bye.